Okay, and we're live. Let's get this going. A pretty chill day. We'll be taking some breaks here and there. It's a lazy Saturday. Get this chat started. We'll get in queue in just a second. Okay. Testing some stuff out today. Let me just checking some audio settings real quick. Okay, I think we are good. All right, let's queue up on both. So I'm queuing Affliction right now because I'm testing out something a little wacky that I have pretty consistently recommended against. But last night kind of had a bit of a revelation. So we're testing something new out here. Um, I'll explain it once I actually get into a game. Hold up. Trying to check the stream. Looks like things are working. Okay. Just double checking. I like to load it up on my computer so I can see that things are working. Perfect. Okay. All right. We're in queue. Saturday. Let's see. What are we doing? Goblin is not spawning yet. Okay, let's practice this. So, what I'm trying to make work here is something that works with bloodstones. Because this is a talent that nobody uses. I think for good reason. The reason why it seems interesting is because if you take Hellcaller, you can do a ton of damage, but you always feel like you're just a little bit short of a kill, which is why everyone goes Soul Harvester, and Soul Harvester is very strong. But sometimes a little bit of cheese can go a long way. So let's just see. Because when you pop everything, oops, I just pressed one wrong button. So you can see here, in just normal PvP gear, I'm peaking at around pretty close to 5 million on these target dummies, the PvP target dummies. That's with Bloodstone. So Bloodstone is basically a little power infusion for yourself. Now this comes at the cost of health stones, so it's usually not worth it. But sometimes when you like combo a few things together, you kind of get some real cheese going on. Oh, Sanusis, thank you. Oh man, thank you so much for subbing. Popping on, dropping the sub. Oh, appreciate that. Keep up the good work. We're trying. Okay, we're just getting a little graphics bug here. The sub hit me so hard that the graphics glitched out. No, good to see you, Sunesis. Thanks so much for the sub. I don't know why it doesn't show your message. I kind of was trying to make it. Let's see. Maybe if I edit the alert, subscriptions. I feel like it should show uh, your message too, but it doesn't let me do that, I guess. But I do appreciate that. At least the new like sound is working. It's a pretty cool sound. Okay. Um, all right, so now I'm going to show you what the damage can look like on a PvP dummy with a little bit of mastery mixed in at the cost of a little bit of haste and versatility. Pop Jinx, 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 Haunt, UA, this, and then we just dump shards. And every time we get a shard, we just use it. And we're not changing targets. And you can see we're peaking at around like 6.5 million almost. That's during the duration of the whatever you call this guy, Dark Glare guy. Synesis with an epic sound, nice. Popping out with a friend. Oh yeah. Have a great day. Yeah, thanks so much for popping in. I appreciate the. Have a great Saturday. Nice, lazy Saturday. Hopefully you have fun. Yeah, I'll be around. So, all right. And now I'm going to show you the damage when you pop. You sacrifice all your versatility and load up your haste and mastery. I'm going to wait for a Dark Glare cooldown. Takes a minute. So what we're trying to do is catch some sort of queue here. Someone invited me to a guild. I think I'm good. I don't need a guild. All right. Oh, Taylor. Thank you for joining you are now a true stinker on YouTube. Appreciate that. So I just changed my YouTube the VODs to be member only since my Twitch kind of like to keep things level with Twitch. So Twitch and YouTube cost the same, and it's like get access to all the VODs and stuff. But also, if you're a YouTube member or a Twitch member, you can join my Discord, and we have exclusive channels if you integrate your Discord and your YouTube or your Twitch. I haven't been chatting a whole lot in them, but it is like something I want to kind of grow as our little community grows. Little community of warlocks and things. All right, now I'm going to show you the damage when you throw on Crazy Mastery and use a Bloodstone. Toss this on. And this. So there's a little bit of RNG because it kind of depends on you getting a lot of Malefic Rapture procs, or rather Soul Shard procs. I'm not getting very many this go. That's unfortunate. But I've been testing on these training dummies, and I can get up to like 7 million DPS sometimes. That time was kind of low. It's kind of weird. Like actually unusually low. Only at 6 million. But this is with like 94% mastery, which is kind of crazy. Might be a little excessive. Let's try this again. What I haven't found is the right combination of things, but Hellcaller actually seems pretty good for this. But let's try, maybe we just try the full mastery again. Maybe it was kind of a fluke that I got to 7 million. But it looks like you can reliably get to 6 million, which is a lot of DPS. You give up a lot of survivability, but it's a lot of damage. $30 on this. I wish there was a way to reset this when you're just testing things. It probably is. I wonder if you could like do follower dungeons reset your cooldowns? Probably not, huh? That would be pretty OP. I guess you could just like, yeah, I'm not sure there's a fast way to do it. But let's try this again. 13 seconds. Maybe the mix of versatility and mastery is a little better. Because versatility is also a huge damage buff. And it makes you tankier, so it's like, it's probably nicer. Okay. We are ready. So Jinx, 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 Haunt, UA. Get this thing up, get this thing up. Pop all this. If we're lucky, we get a lot of Malefic Rapture procs. Not a ton this time either. So the thing about Hellcaller is it's pretty RNG, because you don't get the guaranteed crazy triple shards from Soul Rot. But you get a lot of these little Tormented Crescendo procs when you crit. Alright, so that time we only peaked at 5.5. That's actually pretty bad. Let's try this again. Let's try this again with Soul. Actually, I want to try one more time with the kind of like a little bit more mixed gear. So we're running like 50 mastery, 26 bursts. This might be a better balance. Let's see. This is like, I think this is my favorite thing to do in the game, is like theory craft something new that nobody's doing. And you can only really do this if you play a lot, and like a lot of the standard builds, because you don't really know what's better than the standard build until you kind of like master it. But we're gonna try this, and then we're gonna try Soul Harvester. But we can get like pretty wacky numbers. So this was the best one so far. Just a ton of Wither and Malefic Rapture damage, just dot damage. Very easy to apply. Let's see. This guy's still in queue? Yeah. Okay. 13 seconds. So we're gonna once again try Hellcaller. Kind of the driving idea here is like, what can make Hellcaller work? Is there any way to make Hellcaller viable? Because right now it just feels like there's no point to ever spec it. Haunt, UA, this. All right. So we're just spamming. So it's definitely pretty comfortably over 6 million. 6.5. Yeah, 6 to 6.5. Hey, Mr. URH, how's it going? We're doing some testing, theory crafting here. Now we're gonna try Soul Harvester, and we'll try with the different gear sets. Try with some mastery and some heavy mastery. Let's make another Bloodstone. This Bloodstone is hilarious. And the build is a little different. So like I'm shifting points away from things like Withering Bolt, even in Soul Harvester, just to get a little more damage out of the dots. So I'm moving this over to Death's Embrace. Now this is not a build I would recommend usually, but nobody has really been trying this, so we'll see. If this works, then maybe this is like the new meta, you know? Sometimes you get lucky. Okay. 30 seconds here. This time, actually, let's try full mastery, and we'll work our way down from there. It's 90 is like, when I'm in PvP combat, it'll be like 95% mastery. And this is something that might work pretty well in Blitz, like Gilneas, Eye of the Storm, somewhere where there's a really concentrated team fight. We'll see. Jinx, Haunt, UA, this, and this. And you just blast. Spend all your shards. Don't overcap on Nightfall proxy there. Don't overcap on crescendos. Oh yeah, over 7 million right now. And this is all, I'm just tunneling into one target. I'm not refreshing dots or anything. We're just trying to see how much damage we can do. It's pretty comfortably over 7 million right now. Full mastery gear. That's Soul Harvester. So Soul Harvester is actually pretty strong here. And I think it's a lot smoother too. Like there's less of a ramp. Because with Hellcaller, in order to start doing your damage, you really need to actually save up a few shards. Now what I'm curious is like, what does the damage look like with a... Okay, well actually let's send this guy into a follower dungeon so that we don't lose the queue. And then over here, let's check out what we got. So let's test our Soul Harvester. Make a new loadout, PvP. I'm gonna call this the cheese build Soul Harvester. And we're simply going to load what are we gonna do? We need Feldom. We don't need that, we need that. One more point. Let's try this. And then over here, point-wise, we'll switch that over here. And I think this is basically the build. Let's run Rotten Decay. Soul Harvester looking good. Okay. And then I'm going to... So everyone is going to be super confused. Like, where is their health stone? I'm gonna be like, what is this bloodstone thing? But this is a low-rated game. This is a 1500 game. Well, let's just see if we can, like, pump what kind of damage we can do. That'll be kind of fun. All right, let's look for the team fight. At this rating, it doesn't really matter what you do. You just kind of run on each other, do damage. The first team fight is pretty irrelevant. Oh no, I have the wrong talent point. I should definitely have the other one. Shoot. I guess I should probably sack this pet then. I don't have pet sack on my bars. This is my alt, so I'm kind of like I'm always missing a few buttons. All right. All right, this is kind of a weird situation, but I just want to see if I don't really have a good mastery build on or gear on this guy. I actually don't have that. It's not an option, so we're just playing pretty standard here. And then we're Alliance. We're looking for something here. Let's get over here and heal up because we have no bloodstones or no health stones. And this fight is pretty irrelevant, so let's see if we can actually get out of combat here. I could play defense, but my build is made for shenanigans. Oh man. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna make it. It's alright. We can reset, get the cooldown back on our Bloodstone. Try again. Yeah, I mean, damage-wise, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure I'm at the top. But that's not really real. That's not like useful damage. Some of it's just pad. Actually, let's go defense. Why is our hunter carrying it? That seems kind of risky. Well, that's very risky. We have like nobody on defense. He's like alone. He's dead. Okay. Well, that's too bad. I guess I should have just popped my Dark Lair. I was trying to save my Dark Lair, but I don't think I could beat him without without it. He had all his cooldowns still. That's okay. We're saving for a big burst on their flag carrier. Let's make a new soul well. Let's see. Huh. I guess we're just gonna cap it. Alright. Cool, cool. I'm gonna go hide in the corner for a second. So their whole team is coming. They're gonna go try and pick up the flag. I don't want to just die for nothing. We should cap it though. Yeah, okay, so we're up 1 point. But I'm looking for a way to test my build. That's all I'm looking for. So I want one of them to get the flag, and then I want them to have like Dark Lair and everything up. I should have sacked my pet because I shouldn't have a sack pet build right now, but I do, so it is what it is. Flags resetting, 7 minutes on the board. Still plenty of time. All right, Raxcos. Which way are you going? So monks, they can do the crazy roll off the edge. It's actually a huge advantage when they're running the flag away from the line space because the line space is very elevated. So any class that can do like a crazy jump roll thing can cover a huge distance really quickly. So as affliction, you never want to engage unless you have like a healer nearby or you have like some sort of advantage in the fight. Like this rogue has the right idea. He and I are just kind of like waiting. There's no point in going in just yet. Okay, he went in. All right, let's go. Pop my defensive just because I want to send it here, you know? Hit up the healer. Dang, not quite enough. Was my DPS that low in that fight? My Bloodstone didn't get used. What? Wait a second. Shoot, I had the wrong, okay. Now I'm gonna use my Bloodstone. I didn't have my, oh, I was like, why am I not casting this fast? I think I might have killed him if I had it. Macroed properly. Shoot. Alright, let's get the Bloodlust. Yeah, no point going in alone. Here's the hunter and warrior. He's got a few stacks, so he's actually pretty vulnerable. Let's do it. Oh shoot, what in the world? Coil him. This. We're actually gonna just send it. That's a. Did you see that? He just died so fast. No, I didn't. I was too far to actually like to return the flag. But I think Bloodstone is actually not bad. I don't think it's that bad. It's like a ton of burst damage. Okay. This time we're gonna have Bloodstone and Dark Glare. I don't know when this spawns, but we will run by it and see if we can get the the team is asking what's the plan. My plan is get Bloodstone off cooldown, 20 seconds. I'll wait here for a few seconds because we need a team. Oh shoot, what is this? They're hunting for me. What? I'm like way over here. Why are you over here? Can I get away? No. Okay. All I want to do is test my build, guys. Leave me alone. Okay. And we might lose this game, but that's kind of like irrelevant. 3 minutes left. It's plenty of time. Yeah, our team is kind of like I see. So nobody's going offense because I think they were trying to turtle. But I think what a lot of people don't realize in Blitz, unlike in normal BGs, you can't really turtle because there's this stacking debuff that makes you take a ton more damage. I think it's that there might be a similar debuff in normal BGs. I'm actually not sure. It's been a long time since I've done normals. But that debuff stacks super fast in Blitz to the point where like having a lot of people on defense is like not helpful at all, especially healers. Healers on defense don't do anything. So, okay, let's see. So I'm just waiting for a couple minutes. I'm hoping that somebody. Okay, so I think this druid's got the right idea. Actually, I think I kill this guy because I have the bloodlust thing, so I'll just kill him real quick and then move on. And then now, how long do I have bloodlust for? 14 seconds? It's probably not long enough. Let's help escort this guy though. Where is he? He's kind of stuck. There's a rogue on him. In tree form, trying to swim through the water in tree form. That's gonna take a while. Interrupt the healer. Ton of damage here. I bet that healer's like pretty confused, like how everyone's dying so fast. So I actually think this is a legit build for Blitz. And if I had like proper mastery build or probably master guild that gear, I think it'd work pretty well. So I'm trying to get out of combat so that because you need to get out of combat before your bloodstone cooldown starts to reset. There, now it's a minute cooldown. It'll line up with my dark glare. Oh, unfortunately, there's only 30 seconds left in the game, so I have to kill this guy now. Okay. It's our only way to win. Alright, this rogue's gonna stop me. They've got a healer here. So sad. That's okay. We topped the damage meter. That's all that matters at a 1400 game, right? Okay, let's pop this guy out because what I really want is a solo shuffle or a map where I can test the build a little better. There are a lot of good maps to test this on. So Blitz is still a good thing to queue for. Okay, let's try this again. So this time we're trying Soul Harvester with like a mix of mastery and no mastery. Make sure we got a Bloodstone. Yeah, we need a new one. Okay. Jinx. Jinx. Dumping all your shards into raptures and then just filling with shadow bolts and haunts when they're off cooldown. So we're at 7.5 DPS, 7.5 million. So it looks like probably it's better to have a little bit of a mixture of haste and mastery and versatility. Seems like it's higher damage, 7.5. That's pretty good. Let's take a look at the damage breakdown. Yeah, because very little will end up being Shadow Bolt. A lot of it's Rapture and then dot damage. Let's see, Agony, Corruption, UA? Agony, Corruption, UA, those are not really... Okay. So you can't really get that one. If this works out, I think we'll have to make a video because I think this is pretty fun. This could be fun for a lot of people who feel like Affliction's been missing something. Let's see. Yeah, it'd be fun to test this in a solo shuffle. The thing is, let's see. What would my solo shuffle? Oh, what points am I doing differently here? Oh, right. Yeah, like that. That looks good. Oh yeah. Switch that. Other than that, the same. Okay. Let's try this now with just regular haste versus gear. I think we'll lose a lot of damage, but we'll try. Jinx, Jinx, Jinx. Got a lucky UA proc there. Okay, yeah, pretty noticeably lower damage when you don't have a lot of mastery. Okay. So this guy doesn't have the right kind of gear for this because I don't have mastery items. Although I have a lot of conquest, I wonder if I could actually start gearing a second set here. Probably good. Okay. So we're at 2300 only on this lock. Let's send this guy into a follower dungeon. Oh yeah, I need to switch this point here. There we go. Okay. Full cheese. I'm gonna die so fast. because I have no health stone. But it's gonna be awesome. What's this, an Ellie? Yeah, Ellie. Okay. Let's see how this goes. So in terms of who I'm gonna focus, it's gonna be sort of like whoever. So I'm gonna wait this stun out. Whoa, okay. Did that guy just one-shot me? I am actually wearing versatility on this character. Oh, maybe, is this guy AFK? Why didn't he like pain suppress or something? Oh no, he's a healer, Holy Priest. Okay, well, I could have used the health stun there for sure. That's okay. We're gonna test this again. Full cheese. Resto Ellie. I don't think this guy's healing. I think he's actually AFK. Maybe he hasn't actually casted anything yet, has he? Priest, yeah, I think Priest is actually not actually healing. That's okay. That's kind of unfortunate. I really want to test this. Because he was not like chain CC there or anything like that. He could have healed. That's okay. We're testing things. Sometimes people grief. So we're gonna try pop. Oh my gosh, he cleared the dots with his scatter. That's too bad. He's actually healing now, though. Have you noticed? To some degree. Must be anti-Warlock? Yeah, might be on a boycotting Warlocks. Might be in trouble. I don't know. What do we think? Do I need... Oh yeah, Spirit Link, that's what I needed. Oh boy. The longer this game goes, the worse it is for somebody who doesn't have health stones. No doubt about that. Okay. Hey, Mermaid. Must be anti-Warlock. I think is totally right. Because he was actually healing that round, so that's that is something. Okay, let's try again. This time there's nobody to scatter shot the dots off. Mad, you gave him the haste health stone. Oh, yeah, he's like, what is going on? What is the bloodstone? See, like maybe he's on Wowhead, like looking it up right now. All right, let's try it. I'm actually what I'm gonna do this time. As soon as that Mark's Hunter shows up. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wall. Well, not quite yet. There we go. Dude, this guy's like actually on top of his dispels. I can't keep UA it up at all. All right, here we go. This is not as satisfying as I was hoping it would be. Damage is good. Certainly makes a difference having Bloodstone, but you only get one use per game, as opposed to like every minute getting a heal from Demonic Health Stone, so it's definitely worse. What I need to do is get into a shuffle with my Mastery set, so I can see if that works a bit better. But I guess you don't really need Healthstone in Shuffle. Feels like it doesn't seem super necessary. Interrupt the Hex. I have to like get rid of all these totems before I can really go. Get rid of all the interrupts. All right, popping. Man, highly ineffective. Also, my portal is not like bugged out again. Let's just drain life. Just porting per second. Interrupt the healer? Actually, maybe we can get a kill here. No. Where is the oh my gosh. Warding per second. You think Night Elf would actually get a reset too on the Bloodstones quicker? Okay, hey, we won a round. With the priest, no less. No health stones required. this marksman hunter. I'm just gonna wall because this guy one-shot me before. Although, granted, that was when that priest was refusing to heal. So I really gotta get more dots though. Oh no, freezing trap. Oh well. What? I missed my kick? Are you kidding me? Made the kick. All right. That was not a great showing. Not a great showing at all. 3 wins is okay, but 2300 it's not the best. Hey Doe. Show me your N. Oh yeah, here. So this is what I'm testing. This is an attempt to create something cheesy and not commonly seen. So this is a Soul Harvester. I actually think this will work with Hellcaller too. So I'm going to test both. But hold on, let me queue up real quick. The idea is it's really simple. You pop Bloodstones when you pop your Dark Glare. So you get a crazy haste buff, and you try and kill them during that. That's it. But you're loading all your damage into Malefic Rapture, which I already do generally speaking. But I'm shifting over points like from here. Withering Bolt is very good normally because like Shadow Bolt is a steady source of damage. It's like a big source of your damage just in general. But I think, you know, maybe it's still worth keeping Withering Bolt. Maybe we'll keep Withering Bolt. What I'm not sure is like, so Death's Embrace seems pretty good. It's just a matter of like, how do you afford it? Is Focus Malignancy or Death's Embrace better, do you think? Because like in games where I'm doing a lot of damage like this, vast majority of my damage is coming from Malefic Rapture, 10%. And this is like a 10%. This is like a 1% increase, but 10% increase to my burst damage. So, and when someone's below 35%, this will help finish. Have a good day. Yeah, no, appreciate it. Yeah, this is not a standard build though. You should watch my affliction guide for the standard build. That will definitely lead to success. This is more I'm playing around. Not sure about the withering bolt thing. Maybe this is better. But I think the next solo shuffle we get, we're going to test the Hellcaller version of this, which is like this. Yeah, let's switch to Hellcaller and see what this damage looks like. If we do this and then we run something kind of like a half mastery, half build, let's see. Make a Bloodstone. And then Jinx, 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 Haunt, UA. Oh, I should... No, what am I doing? Oh my gosh, I really messed up my build, or my rotation. So when you get a lot of Tormented Crescendos, the damage is quite nice, but not as good as Soul Harvester, it seems like. It's because like when you're ramping up, you kind of need shards. You're really starved for shards when you play Hellcaller. So this may not work. Hey Lucas, this tech seems interesting. 30% haste is big. Yeah, it's big. Now, I don't think this buff stacks with other haste buffs. So if you're playing with a priest with power infusion or something, I don't think it stacks. I'm not totally 100% sure about that. But when I was playing around just with a little bit last night with my wife, plays a priest, it didn't seem like it was stacking, at least not outside arenas. But it's kind of fun. And if you have a little bit of mastery gear, I think you can make some pretty crazy, like your damage can look pretty crazy in PvP. Now the thing is, like, these training dummies they're not very good because they don't there's a lot of other modifiers when you're in an arena or BG that aren't active when you're out in the world. Like my item level and stats and stuff will be correct because when you go to PvP, these will scale to your PvP item level. But there's other modifiers, like Shadow Bolt does more damage in arenas, things like that. So it's kind of hard to test when you're out here. But I actually think Wither does more damage in PvP too, if I remember right. Chaos Bolt tickles those dummies. Yeah, it's weird. And like Ruination will do a ton of damage to these dummies, but then you take it into PvP and it does like negative damage. So there are things like that are just very wacky. These interactions are a little weird, hard to predict. You just kind of have to test it in a solo shuffle itself. Let's test it. You have a priest. Actually, you can pop Bloodstones and see if it's a flat 30. It is. So, like if I get in combat, takes me to 66%. Actually, I'm not sure if that's a flat 30. This says 30%. What was it? So 66% instead of 27 or 28 when I'm in combat. That's more than that. It's more like 40%. The thing is, I was getting, like yesterday, it's weird. I swear I was getting to 100%. But right now I'm not getting 100%, so I'm actually not sure why that is the case. Even when I was testing outside. Oh, here we go. There's only one proper way to test this, and that's in Solo Shuffle itself. The thing is, like, it's affliction. I don't care about the rating. Actually, I don't care about the rating, period. But this is not, it's definitely my lowest rating, so it's not a big deal. Hey, Anton. Affliction wants mastery. So, affliction, I do want to point people, like, the standard affliction build is what I described in my affliction guide. Let me link my affliction guide so people don't get the wrong idea. Because that build will work 100%. I'm like confident this build works. It's a 2700 and higher. So let me get a shareable link. So the build I describe here, standard, definitely works. This is haste versatility. That's all you need. All you need is haste and versatility. You don't go bloodstones. In fact, I actively, counseled against it. But last night I had a vision came to me, and I thought maybe there's a way. So what we're testing now is this. Actually, let me pop this. That Q didn't pop, so let me get out of the instance group here. So maybe there's a way to make this work. Because like if you stack, the thing is you get crazy numbers. If you stack a little bit of mastery, when I'm in PvP combat, I'm at 50% mastery, 27 haste, 26 verse. But let me wait till combat resets here, and then what we're gonna do is I'll show you what bloodstones do. They just do nutty numbers. Trying something out? Yeah, I should probably call this a test, but I think it's a legitimate test. Watch this. So Jinx, 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 standard opener. Oh my gosh, I haunted that guy. Okay, whatever. And then we just go to town here. This is Hellcaller. But Hellcaller is like poopy, you know? But you can get to over 6 million DPS right now. 6.5 million right now, just during the 20-second window. That's a lot of damage. I mean, that's a lot of damage. So very hard to heal through that. But the real question is, what is it like in a solo shuffle? And I haven't really tested it yet. So I've tested it on my on this character, but I don't have mastery stacking gear here, so I'm missing like a good bit of burst, like probably like a million DPS, just because I'm like more defensively statted here, which is good. I mean, you should. This is what you should do. But yeah, we're just testing things out. It's just for fun. It's that point in the season where, you know, kind of get bored of the standard builds. Just want to try some new stuff, see what works. And another reason to do this is because I wouldn't be surprised if something different works really well in season 3, because season 3 is when you start getting a lot of extra stats. Like you'll get to 30% haste and you'll get to 30% versatility, and you'll still have a lot of extra stats to play with. Like personally, I can't play without at least 30% haste. It just feels so slow. I just feel like I can't cast anything. It's like maybe it's like a psychological block or something, but I just can't do it. So I need that. And in season 2, your stats are high enough where you can get 30% haste, 30% versatility, and you have like only a little bit of stats to play around with. But season 3, because of the way scaling works, you should be able to get to like pretty crazy. You could probably get 40 haste or 40 versatility pretty easily. It just kind of depends on what your playstyle is. And so that's where you can kind of try creative things a little bit more. Okay, let's see. We've reset here. We've got a Bloodstone ready to go. We are running Hellcaller. Actually, let's try Soul Harvester here again. I think Soul Harvester might be the better option here, even though this seems like it'd be a really nice Hellcaller synergy. But we'll take a look. Okay, Jinx, 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 Haunt, UA, Shadowbolt, Phantom Singularity, Soul Rot, pop everything. So I have 102 haste. Comfortably over 6 million DPS, 6.5. And yeah, it's not bad. And then you know, what do we call my pet? I should run badge for this build. Let's see. Stick a badge there. Yeah, let's try badge. And then let's try make sure badge is in my dark glare macro. Yep, slash use 13 will use the badge. Make sure it's also in the malevolence macro, because malevolence lines up really nicely with badge. Where's malevolence? Yeah, okay. Let's try badge. Hellcaller. Hey, Shampoo. I'm the only rank 1 player with the PvE UI. Looks good though. Yeah, I like the PvE UI. It's a lot cleaner. You know, I actually usually also hide my action bars now, because it's like I just want it nice and clean. Keep it simple. All right. Let's try this. So we're gonna try mastery build, like a semi-mastery but with a badge, Hellcaller. Actually, let's try full mastery. Full mastery build. You can see my stats here. They'll get pretty nutty in a second here. So we'll Jinx, 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 Haunt, UA, Phantom Singularity, Soul Rot, Malevolence, and Dark Glare. And we just pump at 127 haste right now. We're at 7 million DPS right now, over 7 million. $7.2 million. Maybe this is it. And once you get like crazy amounts of haste, what happens is like you get so many soul shard procs. That was like, where is it? It was definitely over 7 million, just sustained 7 million. It's all rapture and wither damage. Like no shadow bolt damage. The shadow bolts really they're just there for rot and decay and shadow embrace. So if I can move more damage out of shadow bolt, I should. But I can't get any more damage, I don't think. I think I have every damage node that's possible to get. Hey Bluto, how's it going? We're doing some theory crafting. Always fun. Make a new health stone. Lucas, that's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy because like in my normal, so if you compare this to the standard, let me show you what the baseline is. So the baseline is haste versatility build, soul harvester. This is my standard soul harvester build. It's a strong build. This will work in solo shuffle. It'll work everywhere really well. Trying to get to 18 with your mage. Nice. That's very nice. Good luck. I believe in you. I believe in everybody on the stream. Everyone watching the stream we're all like pretty hardcore. All right, let's see. We're about to reset on our cooldown here. Let me show you what the baseline. The baseline is like 4 to 5 million on these 3 dummies. I actually got lucky here with the proc on the UA, with the jackpot proc. But you can see here. Oh, actually, this is not baseline. This is going to be really high because I have bloodstones. Oops, I forgot about that. This is actually much higher than it should be. Normally it's like around 4 million, but you can see around 5.6 million in a normal haste versatility gear. All right, so it's not bad, 5 million, but that's it. That's with bloodstone. Usually you don't run bloodstone. Usually you run normal health stones. Actually, I'm not even sure bloodstones were active there because it says cannot be learned with Pact of Gluttony. So I don't know. I actually don't know what kind of health. I don't know what happened there. To be honest, I don't think I used. I got used. Whatever. It's not what we care about. What we care about is trying Hellcaller with the badge this time, and we'll try kind of in between mastery and versatility. Hey Beluto, any add-on for targets in PvP? So in Arena, you should use Gladius. Gladius Big Mech's version. And in Blitz, you should use Battleground enemies like that. Those are the 2 add-ons you need. Must-haves in any sort of PvP. You need it for Arena, you need it for BG Blitz. Otherwise, you'll have no idea like who's doing what or who's using trinkets and who's even like in range and stuff. Okay, 13 seconds on this. We've got Bloodstone ready to go. The build this is our new cheese build that we're testing. Okay, you can see the stats here. UA, Haunt, Shadow Bolt, Phantom Singularity, Soul Rot, Dark Glare, Malevolence, and we're just pumping now. 114 haste with this build. So at that time we got a little unlucky with the shard procs, so we only got to 6 million DPS, which is okay, but it's not like not great. I think Hellcaller just is it's not going to work. Probably not going to work. Let's switch this over here for now. Q did not proc here. Oh shoot, I didn't get that guy into follower dungeon fast enough. Let's see. Okay. 10 seconds here. We'll test this if this doesn't pop. Mix mastery build. Oh, okay, popped. Actually, this is a great one. Like if I'm at lava, I can test this properly. Let's see. This is a 2500 game. Blitz, cheese, soul harvester. Okay. It's gonna be soul harvester builds, cheese build. Let's skip on skip these, get that and that. And then maybe this. Okay. You think anybody's gonna notice that's a bloodstone instead of a health stone? You know, I probably could summon normal health stones for everyone else and then make myself like change my talent point and make a bloodstone. Would that work? Would it change everybody else's health stones into bloodstones? I don't know how that works. It's such a weird talent. But let's do this. We're gonna run like kind of a mix of mastery. No. Let's go all out. Let's go all out. Let's do that. Let's run we'll still run Soul Harvester. I think it's probably better than Hellcaller, but there's only one way to find out, right? Hellcaller build. Let's just do the same little thing here. Whatever there. Okay, let's try Hellcaller. Change my mind. And whatever. Okay. We are lava side. We're running 99 mastery, so better kill somebody. Oh, they're... What's going on? Are they trying to shift the... Why is there nobody here? I'm very suspicious. It's very suspicious. Where's their whole team? Alright, whatever. We pop. Interrupt the healer. Okay. That's... I don't know. Did a lot of damage, didn't do a lot of kills. Let's look at the damage meter. Oh yeah, easy peasy. But that's actually not, it's not actually effective damage because we didn't kill anybody. The whole team is probably like, where's our health stems? Um, so we want to tag this first. Let's coil him, see if we can fear him outside of it. No, I can't tag it. Wow, I'm getting massacred here. Okay. Her team is chatting away. I think people are arguing about who should be at the off carts. They'll figure it out. I think I really need to help defend. We need to take a cart, and we're losing. Actually, we're keeping this one. Nice. All right. I have a lot of CC. Okay. This is very chaotic. But you know, it's kind of relaxing though. When you play DPS, I kind of don't really care what's happening. I'm not really looking at anything other than my bars. I should probably keep my pet alive here. So, we've been winning. We've been winning this cart, but the reason why is because we have 6 people here, which is a lot. 6 people here means we have 2 off carts, which means if they have 3 people on off carts, they will win the game because off carts generate more points than the lava. So you can't win the game on lava alone, basically. But not our problem. See, he's going to try and turn it, looks like. But there's no... I don't think he should. If I were on his team, I'd be like, let them have lava. They've got 6 people here. They'll never win another off cart. Which means they will simply win the game as long as nobody shifts their strategy around. But Look, we're here for one purpose only, and that's to see what the damage meter can get up to. Coil that. I don't need a pet. Who needs a pet? So the reason why I'm applying Curse of the Satyr instead of like Exhaustion or something, by the way, is simply because um, when I'm in a team fight like that, it's like very confusing what's going on. And if you try to apply exhaustion to somebody who has like any sort of immunity to a slow, which a lot of them will have at various points of time, depending on like what buffs they're popping and stuff, then it won't apply any dots at all, and that's like extremely annoying. Huge waste of the shard. Curse of the Satyr will always apply. So if you're just trying to get dots out, and it's a good curse in general, especially like there's a lot of casters here. This will slow down their casts. I'm not doing this particularly well right now, but we're just practicing something here anyway, so it's all good. Whoops, interrupted nothing. The damage is like definitely lower than training dummy is like definitely not representative, because like you'd think I do like way more than training dummy damage because there's more targets here, but that's definitely not the case here. Okay, the game's over, so let's just try and kill this guy. Yeah, Balanced Druid actually did more than me. That's okay. Let's get a solo shuffle. That's the key. Pop out of here. And then I think next time we run Soul Harvester. I think the damage is just a little bit healthier of a profile. Like more kill pressure and yeah. Pretty cool though. I'm a fan of the build. But I wish there were a way to do it. So I think what I need to do is at the start of the game, I need to hand out normal health stones and then switch them over to Bloodstone after everyone's grabbed it. Because other people are probably using the normal health stone or would benefit more from that. Shoot, this is probably the worst map to test this on. There's no team fight here. Not really. Let me switch this to something else for now. So hopefully people get like a normal health stone. Oh, somebody else is handing out cookies. I should have, you know what? When there's another warlock, I should let them hand out all the cookies. And let me destroy this. And let's get this guy. All right. Make my own special health stone. we're going to run Soul Harvester with a pet. And we're going to look for a fight. Oh, we've got, oh, it's a Prot lobby. Prot Warrior, Prot Pally. See, we're Horde side. Looks like okay, I think people have called LM and BS, so I'm just gonna go to Gold Mine, which is actually not terrible. I think a normal Healthstone is pretty good in the Gold Mine fight, but you know, we should if they don't have immunities, like who's coming? Oh shoot, he's got Cloak of Shadows. That's gonna be tough to deal with. So, but this guy doesn't. I'm just gonna pop everything here. Yeah, just do as much damage as we can. Oh shoot, what's this? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we lost the mine, but that was a 3v2. So I'm gonna help recap farm. I'm trying to mess with that guy because he's the one who's gonna recap mine. We're not doing so hot, so we lost Blacksmith. And that's with 2 people there. And we lost Lumber Mill, again, with 2 people there. So that's not it's not good for us for sure. Oh my gosh. All right. But if we win this, that's pretty good. Something. And then let me go help recap farm, although I think it might be uncontested. Looks like it's uncontested. So let's just hang out around mine until... So if I can just help make sure that... Oh, no, it's not uncontested. I gotta go help. So if we can recap farm and mine consistently... All right. Help there. Go back to mine. Then I think that's the most I can contribute in this game. I don't think I can do much more than recap those 2 bases. Kind of counting on the lumber mill, blacksmith, stables teams to just win at least a couple of those, and we might be able to pull out a win here. Looks like we're doing okay at farm. We're doing okay at mine. Now the question is, can I influence any other part of the map? And this is where I'm usually at a loss. Like, in theory, I could run from there to stables and try and help there, but then like I won't be able to help here when this comes back up. And if, in theory, if 3 of us can hold these 2 bases pretty well, surely we're gonna like the odds are we're gonna win something over there at some point, right? Yeah. See, we got a lumber mill. That's a good one. Getting a lumber mill. Let's check on the farm guy. Farm guy should be able to recap here pretty soon. Dang, we lost blacksmith again. Let's see. I think we're good here, but I haven't seen the dragon or the druid in a while. They're surely coming here, right? Yeah, there he is. Okay. Where's the rogue? I don't know where the rogue is either. Okay. Nice. We killed one of them. Just with the dots. Okay, let's go double check on the farm guy. Should be good. Can I help blacksmith? So the prop pally is like he's like hanging in there, but he's like slowing them down, but he's getting capped on a few times here and there. Oh shoot. Bloodstone. So much damage. Oh my gosh, that guy's tanky. He's a prot warrior. He's like unkillable. Alright, good job. That pally actually capped somehow with the prot warrior there. Alright, he's dead. Let's go help. It looks like gold mine's okay. Let's go help farm. Farm guy needs help. Hey, Mr. UH. Which gear at the moment? Oh, shoot. We have a lot of people here, so the longer they delay here, the worse this is for us. I might be able to do just enough damage to just kill him though. Shoot. Oh, there, we finally got it. Okay, nice. Let's go to blacksmith. Okay, gold mine guy. It's a little late there. Let's go help him. Is he targeting anybody? Oh yeah, there's a druid over there. Is he gonna get? Oh, cyclone. Oh no. Does he have trinket? No. Oh, he has cloak. Shoot. Okay, I think that's game. All right, good job. I think we did our part. Mr. Reach, which gear at the moment, verse or mastery? So right now I'm testing in Blitz. I'm testing all mastery, and it's decent in Blitz because you're simply. I think it's a couple things that make it work a little bit better than in Arena, and that's like there's no there's no dampening. So any sort of healing you receive is just like far more effective. You can survive a lot longer, even without the versatility. But I think you're really going to miss versatility in Arena and Shuffle. It's a huge difference. So there's no like simple answer, unfortunately. But Shuffle and Blitz, I think the answer, like if you want something that works in both, you're probably going to want to go at least some versatility. So this is what I'm trying right now. This is kind of a mix of haste and versatility. And 50 mastery, 25 haste, 26 burst, and we're going to try to do some bloodstone nonsense. Okay, let's see. Soul Harvester, it's my I call it cheese in my loadouts. Let's see how it goes. This is a 20, 25-50 game, so it's not trivial. Not trivial at all. But if this healer is like, you know, he does some mad healing, might be able to might be able to get by without health stones. Okay. All right. I got interrupted right at the start. That's pretty bad. Pretty unfortunate. And he's in ghost form, so he's going to just spam dispel any dots I put up. So I'm actually going to wait. I just don't think I need to pop my cooldowns yet. I can't believe that coil hit me. All right. Oh shoot! I got interrupted again. That was a nice little, you did the cheeky little. Oh my gosh! I jumped and I canceled my own cast. All right, here we go. Bloodstone. Interrupted, just like I planned totally. Fear the healer. Nope, can't get it. So we just pump more damage. Fort for a second. This is not going so well. I have to be honest, but we're trying. Sure could use a Hellstone right now. That's for sure. Interrupt the healer. Nice. Here we go. This is it. Either kill him or I die. It's nice Shadow Fury. I think I die. Wait. Maybe. Interrupt the cast bolt. I bet this healer is like stressing out. He's like, why isn't he health stoning? The answer is. The answer is. I don't think he's very happy about that. I don't think the healer was happy about that at all. Haswell, thank you for subbing again. 3 months. I think you're my OG sub here. Appreciate that. Okay. I think that went pretty well, actually. That went as badly as possible, and it went pretty well. Like, that was very close. So I just need to fine tune a little here. I need to spread out for sure. So if they go on me, that's actually good. Yeah, so they're interrupting me, so that's kind of actually a good thing. Because oh no, that's not good. Hmm. I just started using my go there. It's a little unfortunate because we got delayed just with all the CC and grounding totem and stuff. So we kind of needed to use some cooldowns there just to survive for like a second. But that's okay. Outroot. If Dilbar can't heal that, no one can. Yeah, I know he's a good healer, but I just need him to try a little harder here while I bloodstone this up. That's what I need. Okay. All right. New plan. Switch to the rogue. Use cloak. Nice. Finally faked the kick. This block was holding it forever, which is very effective. Wow. That healer is like a god. Okay. So my overall damage didn't look that high, but I think my burst, when I was finally doing my bloodstone thing, it's actually pretty high. Do you think I should warn my teammates that they have bloodstones instead of health stones? Because I'm sure they don't have it on their bars. uh, whatever. This is solo shuffle. In solo shuffle, you're on your own. You know, I should try Hellcaller, because I just don't know how it scales compared to Soul Harvester. See, Bloodstone is awesome. That guy just blew up. I don't even know what happened to him. That's just I still don't know what happened to him. It was just dots. The dots just like murdered him. Like that rogue wasn't even touching him. I guess the rogue dotted him earlier, but it was just like he just died to dots. It's crazy. You could give Healthstone Craft Bloodstone? Yeah, I could. That sounds like it takes effort though. So that's not how we roll. Oops. Alright. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is one of those patented very bad starts. One of my specialties. Okay, there we go. That's good. Finally got all the. All right, here we go. Nope. Uh-oh. He missed his kick. That means I'm dead. That was for the record, that was not me. That was the warrior missing his kick. But that's okay. I think we were dead anyway, because oh, nice. I should not have summoned that. Oh, let me ping this one. There we go. All right. Oh wait, shoot! I need to make myself a real health stone, a real bloodstone. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can get out of here with 3 wins. I think that'll be pretty good. All right. Let's just pretend to fear this guy. I don't really know what I'm doing. Alright, he's in ghost form, so I don't think I can get a kill here. What I need is this guy to just live a little longer than he lived last time. Oh yeah, you know what that I see? I see myself Cloak of Shadows, which means I go like this, I go like this. Okay, I missed my kick, but that's okay. Irrelevant. Can a priest really heal through this? Seems like it. Wow, this priest is like healing like crazy. Interrupt the healer? Surely he dies, right? I mean, Shadowburn, right? Okay. Well, so I only won 3 games, but I absolutely murdered the damage meter. So there's that. That's okay. I think I could have won more games. I actually think if I could win more games if I communicate in the start. I'm just gonna press every single button on my bars in the first 20 seconds of the match, and that's like, I think that's highly effective. I also, oh man, I was realizing that I think I forgot to put this guy in the follower dungeon earlier. Shoot. Let's go. Yeah, next time I should probably make normal health stones for everybody. I should probably tell them I'm gonna do something crazy. Please heal me, and then use bloodstones. Yep, that's the plan. So let's take a look at the damage meter though. How do I? Can I like? Well, what I want to know is like how much is so Shadow Bolt is still like 8% of my damage. Still quite a lot of my damage actually. Shadow Bolt. Oh, this is a bad round. That was a. Did we win that? No, we lost that. That was a bad round. Over super fast. This one, I think we lost this round. I'm not sure, but actually, no, we won this round. We killed the warrior super fast. That's right. And the damage was just dot damage. I think the shaman fell behind this round because he dispelled UA, and then the rogue went over there and just started messing with him. Okay. Let's get this guy into a follower dungeon. Frost, Marks, Rogue. Cheese, Soul Harvester. Actually, this is what? This is like 2300. I mean, if we're going to test Hellcaller, we should test it now. Let's try this. Hellcaller. This guy, he said, these aren't health stone. I said, uh-oh. Uh-oh is right. Here we go. There we go. Here we go. Popping everything. Ta-da! Is that a double kill? Did they both die? Yeah. Killed 2 people in 1 bloodstone. I don't know. I think this is actually legit. And that's Hellcaller. So Hellcaller is all Malefic Raptor Wither damage. Your Shadow Bolt does nothing. Haunt is just there to buff up your single target damage. Who needs Healthstone when you melt the enemy? Yeah, exactly. So you kind of need a Healthstone when you're facing something like this, where they have a lot of ways to wipe your dots. Actually, a lot of classes can wipe your dots. So, but we're playing Hellcaller, so we can just reapply. It's not a big deal. Okay, he's Searing Glare into the column. Literally just So what just happened there is like pretty awesome. Got both the immunities, and I only used a couple of my succulent shards, so I'm gonna reapply dots, reapply here, and we're gonna rogue. Fake the kick. Interrupt the healer. Probably something dies here, right? Dang it. I let my wither drop. Okay. Cool, cool. Wait, I don't have... Why don't I have a... There we go. I don't know why I can't get another pet, but hopefully this guy dies there. Nice. Do I not have Feldom? I do have Feldom. I must have like fat-fingered Feldom earlier. So that was probably the hardest round because they have all 3 of them have immunities. Oh wait, we have 2 Holy Valleys. I'm gonna have to face that again. All right. I'm just kind of waiting. There we go. Wow, that is an early bubble, let me tell you. All right, he finally kicked me. dropping my defensive just because I want to pump here. Alright. I am maybe in a lot of trouble, but they don't really have any cooldowns here. They have enough though. Okay. Not great. Not great. I felt the lack of health stun there quite a lot. Also, I felt the lack of like kill power. Let's go to Soul Harvester build. I think the nice thing about Soul Harvester is really just the three. One of the nicest things is just the 3 shards you get from Soul Rot. It can turn. I mean, even if you're not managing your shards very well, you can suddenly kind of catch up and get the shards you need for your burst combo. So you can play a lot sloppier as Soul Harvester. Oh, it's totally the wrong. But we just pop. UA. Okay, yeah, Soul Harvester feels better. You have a lot more just kill threat throughout. Okay, I think we have to make a guide on this. I think this is a legit build, and it's very unique. I think this is actually... And this is also on my EU character, and I don't have any mastery gear. I think with a little mastery, this gets... It's like a very strong multiplier on your burst window. You don't need a ton of mastery to get like crazy numbers. Nice, I faked a kick. Here we go. Okay, didn't quite work. We didn't really give up a lot. I mean, they used everything too, you know? Interrupt that. Use my wall, and we just go to town here. Foil. Fake the kick? Nope. Fake that kick. Good. You're the healer? Uh-oh. Oh, that was close. It's very close. What version of Gladius did I recommend? So I think it's called Bicmex version. Like when I go here, well, it's just called Gladius here. But I think on Curse Forge, it's called, like, you want to find the one that's called Bicmex. Because he keeps Gladius updated, I believe. I haven't tested any other ones. There are other options, like S Arena or something like that. I'm not sure. I've never tried them. I think they're all kind of like very similar functionality, and they're all fine. You just want to find something that lets you target stuff and see DRs. So just plying a dots, porting. I'm not overly committing here because I only get one shot at this. Oh yeah, there we go. Cloak, that's good. If he doesn't die there, then we're in good shape. Interrupt the healer? I don't think the interrupt went off. Trinket that, let's go. He lived? With full health too? No less? That's crazy. Okay, we got every single immunity. Okay, there we go. Yeah, see? Bloodstones. I wonder if anybody else used Bloodstone the entire game. Easy peasy. Big Mac's profile is very clean by default. Don't gotta edit a lot of stuff. I do very little editing. Actually, I don't think I edit Gladius at all. I think it's basically straight out of the box. Yeah, I think that's right. Hold up, let's see. Do you think anybody actually used the Bloodstone? Can I tell? Buff uptime. See, Bloodstone is... Nope. Nope. Nobody knows. I think I have to tell them. Yeah, I have to tell them that they have Bloodstones. The first game, somebody noticed that I didn't have Bloodstone. Or Healthstone. Wait, Enduring Bloodstone, what's that? Is that it? No, no, no. Enduring Bloodstone's probably some sort of like gemstone thing. Yeah, nobody else is using it, so I probably need to tell people. It's actually pretty silly that it has a different name. Like all these have different names. Kind of throws people off, I think. Default Gladius has a lot of clutter. Also, I think the default Gladius doesn't even have like... I think it's like out of date, right? It's like all bugged. Am I wrong? I don't know. I haven't tested it in a while. I've just been using this Big Mex version for a long time. Oh wait, let me drop out of the instance here. I'm really liking it. It's super fun. Actually, wait, let me take a look at the damage meter again over there. Where was it? Here. So this is a pretty good round. Wait, no, which one was this? So the last round was a pretty good example. Yeah, this one here. Oh, Dark Lair did a ton of damage. Does he always do that much damage? 11% of my damage? Huh. That's a lot. Quick Q too. Alright, right back into the follower dungeon for you. What about the other rounds? Dark Lair. Yeah, see, Dark Lair is usually way down here. I wonder why he did. So he did 3.4 that game. Did I get 2 Dark Lair usage? Why did he do so much more damage here? No, he did like double. Wait, how long was that game? Now I'm like, not. No, it was a short game. Yeah. Okay, crazy. I'll warn my teammates. Let them figure out what a bloodstone is. I'm sure they have no idea. Ret Pally, Ellie Shaman, and a Hunter. What is this? BM Hunter. This is... So we're creeping our way up to 2400 on this guy in Affliction. Yeah, I think this build is very 2400 viable, and it's a lot easier to play than your standard Affliction build because you don't need to play well for as long. Whereas with the standard build, you kind of have to play pretty well for extended period of time, which is not easy. So I'm kind of playing, I don't know what I'm doing. This is like really hard to get any sort of effective damage out. Wall? Nice, got the fake. Dodge the glare. That was actually not a very good dodge on the glare, but good enough, I guess. Oh no, dots cleared from him. Alright, let's go for red then. Okay. Yeah, this is tough. Because Ellie has a lot of disruption for my big burst. Grounding, interrupts. Coil. Alright, actually this is a good setup. If we survive this Alright, good setup, good setup. Just survive. Another one? Didn't he just use that? Am I crazy? I don't think I can win this one. Oh boy. How accurate is that damage meter? It is accurate. No, it can't be accurate. It is accurate. Why is the beam doing so little damage? Okay. It's okay. Give my team a warning. Bloodstones. He interrupted and stunned me at the same time. Wow. I'll use my... I actually tried to use a normal Hellstone there, so I probably just totally wasted my Bloodstone. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this. What? Full heal from what? Port. Coil. I think that's it. Wait a second. Oh, yeah. Hmm. That was a crazy heal. Hack, you're Warlock and you don't know what Bloodstone is. I don't think anybody does. Nobody's tested it. I don't think it's terrible, but I don't think it's like as OP as I was hoping it would be. And I think the main thing is because it's very kind of disorganized in solo shuffle, and people are probably trying to heal with a health stone, and they're like, "Where is my health stone?" It's the only way to describe what's happening here. But it's not bad, and you can play pretty sloppy with it and do pretty well. So when things line up like that, it's pretty fun. I mean, you're doing crazy damage. No other way to put it. It's very hard to heal. Like I was doing just a solid 3 million DPS there. Pretty crazy. So when everything lines up perfectly, and actually I think Shaman is really, it actually works nicely with the Shaman because things like grounding and I guess, you know, he also does that little like bloodlust thing too. I wonder if that affects me. I'm not sure. I felt like I was doing a ton of damage there. Let's see. Um, uh-oh. Wasted a shard there. Not great. Not great. So let's just survive for a second here. Searing Glare, Dark. So I really want to go on the Shaman. But, you know what? Let's just, Alright, there we go. Get this guy out of that. Coil. No, we're not going to get a kill here. Shoot. Not good. I've used every cooldown, and I am out of steam. Alright. Sure could use a health stone right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Oh my gosh. These grounding totems are wrecking me. Have we gotten any defensive cooldowns out of them? I don't think a single one. I need like a Night Elf Shadow Melt to reset my cooldown on Bloodstone. I don't think that's happening. Holy Priest might be a pretty strong counter. I'm realizing because it's I mean, especially paired with like an Ellie Shaman, I basically can't keep dots up at all. So I can't set up because he goes into ghost form and just starts dispelling. And then the Ellie Shaman drops a grounding after. Pretty tough. Hey Wally, you're wondering how to cast for so fast and realize Bloodstone? Yeah, I'm like this is kind of troll to be honest, but I believe I just need practice. You know, that's all I need. Make the kick. Place. Oh yeah, there we go. That's right. Is he positive? Oh, he was positive. Dang. See, Holy Priest is really good against this. That was like, that was a crazy amount of damage. He just healed straight through it. No problem. It's all because he can go, uh-oh, I think I might be in trouble. Might be in trouble. Oh, he faked my kick. This Holy Priest is like absolutely, he's like styling on me. But all we need is one good Soul Rot, which we have up now. The Soul Rot. Is it? Oh my gosh, Spell Bop. Come on. That's not fun. Nice. Got the fake. Is it? Oh no, Searing Glare. What? What? They have a perfect answer for everything. Okay. That's too bad. I enjoyed that game though. That was some crazy damage. But it was so Holy Priest goes ghost form, and just not much I can do about that. Just like dispelling the Ray of Hope was way more effective than I thought it'd be, to be honest. Hmm. Holy cow. I really think this I've never noticed this much disruption before until like I've tried to play a cheese build like this. Alright, let's try this. Get the fake. So I need to wait for my Soul Rod, I think. I don't think I can get a kill outside of it. Oh shoot, I missed my cake, so bad. Take the kick. And then we go for it. Dang, we both kicked at the same time. Coil. Okay. Got out with one win. That's not bad. Hey Marcus. I'm testing one button assistant for luck. I've only tested it with affliction and demo, and it was not great with affliction. But maybe I need to test it more. I mean, so it might be fine in PvE, but in PvP, it doesn't use your PvP talents as far as I can tell. And Jinx is like the most important talent in Affliction. So it won't use Jinx to curse stuff and apply 2 dots at the same time. So one button assistant doesn't really work with Affliction, unfortunately. But with Demo, it's actually not bad. You can actually do really well with one button assistant. It's it'll do anywhere between 500k and a million DPS in PvP, which is solid, depending on the circumstances. you can definitely pump with it. I mean, yes, like it's a little more effective to use to do the rotation yourself. So if you get really good at demo, then you don't need it. But it's actually a nice way to kind of get introduced to the class. I gotta go AFK for a little bit. I'll be back in a couple minutes. So let me pop into a queue. I'm gonna send this guy into a follower dungeon, and then I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Okay. Let me put up a little message here. Uh, I'll put a little message. AFK a few minutes while in queue, but we will do more tests soon. I really think that I think we're onto something. I think we're onto something really hilarious. Not like rank 1 capable, but maybe like one of the easier ways to get to 2400 potentially on affliction. All right, AFK a bit. BRB. Okay, we're back. Let's see. Leave instance group. One of these will pop. Leave instance group. Mr. Norman, you're just here to count mounts. You landed on 3. That's crazy. Thank you for subbing again, Norman. Appreciate that. Slayer, yes, definitely the hype. Hype. Let me remove this stream message. Yeah, no, we are rocking along. We're testing some cool new tech. Yeah, Wally, Bloodstones, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's actually good, but I am enjoying it. Okay. The thing I wanted to try next is I need to figure out which build here is actually more damage. Is it this one or is it? You know, I'm not loving the badge too. Badge feels well. Actually, you know what? I guess I didn't try the badge on the other guy yet. The thing about badge is with Soul Harvester, you don't really have something. You don't have anything that lines up really nicely with badge other than Soul Rot. And with Soul Rot, you're kind of like you're not necessarily doing it on the minute mark each time because you have to fake cast it or if you get interrupted during Soul Rot. Yeah, I probably should not run badge. Let's run this thing because I think it has such high uptime on it anyway. It's probably gonna proc when you're doing your big go, regardless. Three-wheeled Slayer working hard or hardly working? Hey, I have a new emote if you guys didn't notice. I created a laughing emote. Where is it? Oh, it hasn't not been approved yet. Well, this is the new laugh emote. But I guess the animated version hasn't yet been approved by our overlords at Twitch. Stinky trying to bait us. Nervski and yellow hell on your tank DH. Tank DH, huh? Honestly, I don't know how to carry a game as a tank. I mean, maybe like in the flag, carry like the capture the flag maps, but I don't know. I mean, they're not useless. That much I know. I just don't know how you're supposed to like really change the outcome of a fight as a tank. Flag maps are chill, but node maps. I mean, as a node map, you're just spinning, aren't you? You're just sitting at like blacksmith or at market, and you're just spinning. That's it. You can't really win it or lose it. I'm not really. I don't really know. Node, your job is to spin the off nodes, preventing a cap. Yeah, actually, it's probably better that you're not at like blacksmith. It's probably you want to be at like farm or stables on AB or on one of the side nodes on Deepen Gorge. I bet that's it, huh? And you just like try and like solo stall against 2 people. Yeah, they're probably right. I'll be honest though, when I'm facing tanks, like they don't seem super tanky to me. They're just kind of like worse DPS, but at least there's one of them on each team. So Norman, been busy the last few weeks. Did pop in here and there. Too lazy to chat. Oh, don't worry about that. Thanks for the content. Please keep doing it. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I will try and keep doing what I'm doing. We're just chugging along. I'm gonna try and make more of the VODs and stuff, like the video, the replays and things from stream. Probably a little bit more like just oriented for subscribers. So if you have if you have a sub, then you on Twitch or you're a YouTube member, you can watch the VODs, no problem. But I might make that kind of like the subscriber perk. When I make a video guide, I'm still gonna make that available to everybody and like all the resources on how to get good as a warlock. But kind of like this stuff, we're just chilling. You know, I need to have some subscriber perks of some sort. Trying to make this a thing. So we'll see. But yeah, definitely appreciate the kind words and support. For now though, we're gonna test this build, and I think on this guy, let's see if I can get some cheap mastery gear. The problem is I want to get. I think I need to craft gear, but I don't want to spend gold. I don't want to spend gold on these on this account because I need this gold to last me forever on EU. Versatility haste. Because ideally, what I would do is I would get a couple pieces of jewelry like this haste mastery, because jewelry gives you a ton of secondary stats. Super overloaded there. So when you want to customize your character's stats, the first place you turn is actually jewelry because one or two pieces will get you a ton of that stat. Like here, I could probably squeeze in another haste mastery, and then what does my stat look like? And then on the neck piece, well, what if I do this? Oh no, wait, okay, I can't do that. I need cognitive bloodstone. Haste first, haste mastery. So this is like it's too much. I need some versatility. Kind of crazy when you have like when you've been playing all season pretty regularly, then you just have like you're swimming in honor and conquest, and you can like tailor your gear however you like. You can end up with some pretty cool combos of things. Let's see, neck piece. Maybe this is better. 46. Let's try this. This might be a nice little amount of mastery. Hey Pack, did I see Disc message? Oh yeah. Let me check Discord. I haven't checked it today. Oh yeah. Okay, that's right. Let's see. So yeah, let me respond on Discord to your messages. Thanks for posting that. See, okay. Pack. For people asking what to expect to play, Super Teas. Here, let me open this in the. So this is the image you're pointing people to. Super Teas is showing the death rates. Yeah, it looks like this is kind of organized by first blood. So who's dying first in each solo shuffle match at all ratings. And it's I see. Yeah, Destro and Affliction. You get targeted. That's all this tells you. So like you can see win rate. I don't know how this data works. I don't know how Affliction can have like such a high win rate when yeah, let me just think about this for a second because let's look because like Assassination's win rate is low. Or actually, what's a low win rate? Yeah, assassination is a low win rate, but high death rate too. Affliction is high win rate, high death rate. Destro is like average. Kind of interesting. I mean, the way to read this, I didn't watch Subati's video, so I'm not sure what he says, but um, to me, the way you read this is simply all it says is that your target, like locks, are targeted the most, and so when they do lose a round, they're simply the ones who are dying because they're the one being targeted. Especially Destro looks like first blood. Yeah, yeah. This is just about who gets targeted the most. It doesn't mean that it's the worst. The worst is what you would be looking at win rates probably. Win rates, damage dealt, that kind of stuff. Um, I'm actually shocked this is so low. 46% is very low when you're looking across like thousands of matches. That means it's pretty hard to carry as a assassination rogue. Um, so for the question is really like what do I tell new people who are new? Maybe Destro is the wrong thing to tell them because they're getting trained every single game. If you see a Destro lock, it almost doesn't matter who they're paired with. Like they're the ones you go after. That's the kind of like the way you go after it. And it's very hard as a new player to deal with being attacked that much. Yeah. Pack, you feel like it would help when people ask what spec, kind of set their expectations. I think you're right. Easy to get discouraged when you're targeted the most. I think that's right. Where's demo? So demo's like kind of middle of the road. It's not even middle of the road because I bet you if you keep scrolling down, it's like actually why don't we pull this up ourselves? Where's this from? Trustfar? I don't know where you got this data. Let's see. Stats? Solo shuffle stats? No, I don't think this is it. Hmm. I don't know where he got that data, but it's yeah. To me, I think demo is the easiest to play. It's the most relaxing to play, and it certainly looks like it's targeted less than Affliction and Destro, which makes it probably more appealing to new players. The problem is, because you have to hard cast so much, even if you're not getting targeted a lot as demo, um, it's a little harder to kind of stick to your rotation. Not sure what side you got it from. Yeah, I'm not sure either. Okay, we got into a solo shuffle. This is 2300 on my EU lock, so we're still running. We're gonna still try and do this bloodstone thing. Last round did not go well, but I think that was part of it was comp. Shadow Priest, a lot of priests. Huh. Okay. Um, okay, give my teammates a little bit of a warning about the bloodstones. Teaching everybody, 5 people at a time, that bloodstones exist in the game. Simply nothing as satisfying as knowing the game's over when the bolt's in the air. Yeah, that makes getting trained worth it. I totally agree. Oh shoot, what am I doing? All right, let's port for a second. I actually don't want to go on this guy. I'm gonna go on the Shadow Priest. Let's just send it. All right, we're sending it now for sure. I love it when I get gripped away. They're like, you need to chill out. snap back to reality sort of thing. Range the UP. Just trying to keep dots active. How did he die? How did he die without using a single CD? I think I actually didn't even see what was happening. That's okay. I was so focused on my own bars. I was like, Soul Rot's coming up. I'm ready to go again. The numbers made you feel better about constantly dying because you know it's not just you. Oh yeah. I think what I have to let people know is that Warlock is hard mode. Like, is the hardest difficulty of the game. Like it's very satisfying when you play it well because you just clearly outplay, you know? When you win, you just act because you outplayed them. We're sending it. No, don't send me away. Okay, thank you. Why did he grip me? Okay. So I literally just popped my wall and just decided to send it because the only way they survived that was if they used every single CD. Now they kind of know what's going on. They're probably thinking, huh, there's something a little fishy here. That damage is a little crazy. So I probably should switch back to a standard build here, but I'm kind of stubborn. I'm very stubborn. I'm just going to make it happen. Warrior's going to charge me, and I'm going to try and kill him again. Maybe the Shadow Priest. We'll see. Nice, got kicked already, so that actually opens us up. When their first global is a kick, it's actually good, because that means you're just free to cast. So we're just gonna... Oh no, oh well. Interrupt the healer. So they used every CD there, and they're on the run, so they're like afraid. Interrupt the healer. I'm gonna just pop my defensive so that... Oh no, stun. There. Yeah, it's just too much damage to deal with. Pretty funny. I think so I think I'm figuring this out. This Bloodstone build is extremely effective against lobbies where they don't have a lot of immunities. And there's no like easy way for them to like disrupt your burst. So the Pally is kind of the problem here. But even something like Dispersion is not a big deal because the dots stay active and Dispersion doesn't last that long. So you just wait. You just wait it out, you know? But Bubble and Spellbop, those are problems because they clear the dots entirely. Coil him. So I'm lining my healer. Not a good thing. But it's not a bad thing either. Oh boy. Use my wall just to like help our healer catch up a little. Whoa. Is he Void Elf? Alright, another soul rip here in a second.
I did not expect this outcome.
Well, that did not feel very good. Gazek, Warlock felt like it got easier as your rating got higher. 2-3 to 2-4 was infinitely easier than 2-1. Maybe. That's funny. It probably just is the types of healers you happen to get in your lobby. Sometimes they just know that they're supposed to pump heals into you. When they know that, then like you can do a lot. I'm just applying dots because he's got paints up on him, so I kind of don't want to just waste a lot of damage there. Fake the kick. Alright, let's just send it. Coil him out of there. No, I didn't get it. Hit up the healer. Oh shoot. My wall didn't last long enough. Okay, let's get it. It's gonna need a swap here. So close. Wait, we got it. Alright. Hey Pack. Still too scared to queue a shuffle as Destro, practicing buttons in other modes? Don't be scared. You'll lose. It's okay. It's okay. It just kind of is what it is. Alright, so Warriors had a tough lobby. But this is probably his best chance right here. Warrior Ret. They do so much damage. Just watching details, so much damage. Yeah. Bloodstone. Bloodstone is the way. Yeah, see, the Warriors playing kind of scared now. He actually has to play even less scared to make it work. I was just cranking that. Hit up the healer, we just send it. Alright, well, that's unfortunate for him. I'm not sure what he should do differently. That's funny. I was the only one doing damage on the team too. Jason, you just got a shuffle round win at 2150 using Bloodstones, your first round attempt. Nice. Yeah, I haven't tested it with Destro yet. I like it. Dude, let's get everyone using Bloodstones. It's kind of troll, but it's also like so the only troll thing about it. No, I see. Let me rephrase. So it is pretty troll because if a game goes any longer than a minute, you're like at a huge disadvantage that only grows larger as the game goes longer. So because like demonic health stones, you can use it over and over again every minute. So it's a huge advantage. And you don't get that effect out of bloodstone. So as long as you're in combat, you only get one use. So in shuffle, it's really all or nothing. You got to win within a minute or two, tops 2 minutes. But it synergizes well with just the way you want to line up crazy bursts with affliction and destro. Like right there, I solo killed that guy. I mean, the Shadow Priest did something, but it's not much, One interrupt, and like the priest just could not heal through it. I mean, he needed to swap, but like because if you're dotting everybody and just malefic rapturing everybody, like even the swap is not as effective. So it's pretty strong. Just 100 zero him and interrupt. Exactly. Now the problem is like there's a lot of classes that have immunities, like Ice Block, Cloak of Shadows, Bubble. What else? I don't know. Honestly, like Rest of Shaman's Grounding Totem is like a kind of a party-wide immunity to your burst, unless you can quickly find the Grounding Totem. And even then, you'd lose like at least two globals, just finding it and then killing it. So it's tough. Too scared to use it for the other 5 rounds? Yeah. You know, Bloodstone is kind of like um, it's so cheese that probably the proper way to use Bloodstones is just like just once or twice here or there. Maybe to like just it's for the surprise factor alone. Because like once everyone else knows that you're using Bloodstones, they're just gonna pop every single defensive right at the start, and they know they'll just simply outlast you. Um, so it might be just like a maybe it's just like the first round of shuffle. You just pop it, go nuts, and then you go back to normal health sense. Maybe that's the way you do it. Boluto, where am I from? I'm from NA, North America, Texas, USA. Uh, it's yeah, so it's like middle of the day here, late afternoon. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. I think maybe I should test it with Destro. I haven't tested it with Destro. Like how much damage? Okay, so we were getting like so those who are just now tuning in, I'm testing some cheese, just solid American cheese. Bloodstones. Bloodstones are a talent that nobody uses. I actually tell people not to use because it's so bad. It's so bad it's good. So the reason it's good is like it surprises people by how much damage you could do. But once they're no longer surprised, I don't think it's working as well. So I'm not getting like 6-0 lobbies, but I am winning quite a few of them. At least 3 or 4 wins. Um, Bluto, how do I choose what target to focus on in solo queue? So there's kind of like a hierarchy, and it depends on how you think the game is going to go. So there's a little complexity there, but if you want to have like a default target that everyone is kind of attacking to try and work through all their cooldowns. Um, and it depends on like who the other person is on your teams, like who they do damage to pretty well, and also just how available that target's going to be. So if it's like a, you know, if you're playing double caster and you're against a melee and a caster, you're usually going to go after the melee because positioning wise, they have the melee for them to do anything, they have to push into you. So you're just going to go on them. Almost doesn't matter who, whether it's a warrior, a ret, windwalker, rogue, you just end up kind of hitting the melee quite a lot. But if you're against double melee, you kind of need to pick the one that's going to have the fewest defensives. It's a kind of complicated question. There's no like easy answer. And if there's a really threatening caster and you're able to stick on them, like a Destro lock, you go on the Destro lock. But again, it's really hard to do if depending on who your teammate is. If your teammate's also another caster, it's hard to stick on another caster. But if it's a melee, then you probably want to stick on them, and train them down. Honey yogurt. At low ratings, people don't care about rating. They see lock and attack. They don't care about the spec. Yeah. Actually, demo gets targeted a lot. Demo gets trained a lot in my experience. Now they may not get killed as often as the other ones because they're just tankier, but they get killed. They get targeted a lot. Okay, let's mess around. So we were doing 7 million DPS on this PvP target dummy earlier as affliction. Up lag. As affliction with bloodstones. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna make some sort of like cheese version of this. I have too many builds. I need to delete some. I don't really do any PvE as Destra, so let's try this. Okay, let's start with a solo. Ah, shoot. Well, Q popped. Okay, let's set this guy to a follower dungeon. Whoops. Start with a solo. So I think if we're gonna do this, I'm assuming we want to do it with Hellcaller. That's my assumption. Probably. Grab Bloodstone here. We want Bloodstone to be paired with our Infernal for sure. So let's find our Infernal macro. Which one do I use? Doesn't really matter. Slash use Bloodstone. I don't know why I have two of them, but slash use Bloodstone. Make sure on both of them. Okay. Now, the build would be create a new loadout, PvP, solo, or cheese, Hellcaller. Because Diabolist, I don't think it would just benefit enough, unless it unless you're those pets that you summon. I don't think they benefit from haste quite as much. So I think you want to run it with Hellcaller. So try this. And now here we want to see, we just want to kind of re-examine. So whenever you're doing like a cheese build that's very focused on accomplishing one specific thing, you kind of need to question all your priors. Be like, okay, I was assuming that I was, just everything, every assumption you made before is different. So like here, I don't care about frequent donor. I'm not gonna live long enough to get multiple dark packs. So I kind of just want to load everything into immediate tankiness. So actually like Ichor of Devils is better. But maybe even Star Dry technique, because it's very possible I'm just going to be starved of shards. So maybe I'll be casting a lot of incinerates. I don't know. But I think something like this, I'm not going to be casting Fear. I'm just not going to do it. So, and I'm not going to need this. I was testing Lifeblood. I was curious if Lifeblood works off of Bloodstone, and I don't think it does, which is pretty unfortunate because that would be really awesome if it did. So demonic resilience would be nice to get to, but I don't think I'm going to get there. So I think I do. I go. I think this is fine. Maybe you know what? Let's just stick more points in damage. Win or lose, it's going to be based on damage dealt. I guess we could still get Ichor. Okay. So this tree is taken care of. This one here, this I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to take here. I don't know if Hate Fury or Bleakheart. I'm guessing Bleakheart is better for Destro. For Affliction, it's a little bit more of a toss-up between it on Hellcaller. But anyway, let's look at this stuff. So we won't be casting Cataclysm, but we won't be casting Rain of Fire either, so it's fine. We'll leave that. Critical Strike, that's good. Conflict, so Rolling Havoc might be good here. Channel Demon Fire, probably not as good. That frees up some points here. Rolling Havoc. So so you can get Rolling Havoc and Power Overwhelming. And like if you skip Soulfire and Channel Demon Fire, which I think is going to be the right play, do you get Diabolic Embers? Do you try and get just more? I just don't know. I haven't tested this enough. Let's see. So we're going to test this. We have a pet out. We're going to summon a Bloodstone. Okay. So earlier we were doing like 7 mil DPS, no problem. Wither, wither, wither. Start spending shards. Get these guys out. Malevolence. Yeah, you get noticeably more shards from that, so you can just do more. More Chaos Bolts. His original Rune proc, so it's definitely less like spread damage. I mean, like it's not even close, to be honest. 3 mil. That's so. Oh wait, actually, no, that was with normal haste versatility gear. So now let's try with a little bit of mastery, which doesn't scale quite as much for Destro. I think it scales a lot faster with affliction. So, but this might actually work. We'll see. Because one of the problems when you stack a lot of mastery as Destro, you know what? First, let's try like just crazy mastery. Well, let me see. In combat, it's a 75, and with mastery, we get pretty nice. Hmm. But you lose just straight up lose like 20% damage buff from versatility when you give up that much burst. 53-20. This is probably better. So we'll try this. Yeah. Somebody wants a duel? Sorry, I've gotta test this. It's too important. It's kind of funny these portals just appear sometimes. The Diabolic Embers, if I skip that, the only real damage node that's very good is well, how much damage did Incinerate do that practice round? Decent. Okay. Oh, we got the Q. All right. This guy is in a follower dungeon already. So slash reload because this is affliction. Let's make a normal health stone for them. Wait until they all pick it up. And then let's so this guy he hasn't picked it up yet. Let's wait till he picks it up and then we'll switch it. Okay, he's picked it up. I think that other guy picked it up too. So let's switch it. Make a crazy bloodstone for myself. Alright. Let's do it. The thing is, it probably doesn't even help. When you have 2 priests, you're probably getting a lot of power infusions. And I don't think it stacks with power infusion. So you're missing out on a decent bit of just bonus haste. That's okay. Popping damage. Here we go. All right. Well, we didn't get the kill, and that was it. Port. Try and fear the pally. All right. Nice pull. Dang, 2 swaps didn't get a single one. It's too bad. That's that didn't go so well. I popped my wall to try and get some extra damage in, and I don't think I needed to because I actually got the precog from the warrior, so that would have been a pretty big difference. But yeah, we're running 66 mastery. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. Could not be worse. Dude's gonna die. All right, save shards because we got cloak, so we can reapply dots. Now we wall and we pop. That was insanely close. I was pretty stressed out there. That was insanely close. Okay. So assassination rogue affliction. I actually think this comp right here. It's probably insanely strong if you're doing threes and trying bloodstone shenanigans. That's my guess. Because if you're coordinated about it and you just pop all your stuff, it's a insane burst, you know? All right. Oh my gosh, die. Interrupt the healer. Look at the damage meter. Uh, oh my gosh, I love this spec. Specifically against that comp where you have like just really annoying. I mean, when you have a rogue who's just silencing everybody, and then you've got the they don't have any way of clearing dots other than dispelling. The dispel will probably kill them, so it's pretty awesome. Pretty hilarious. Port in the open because it doesn't matter. Not really planning on porting. I just wait this out. There we go. Got the precog. We go town. Just so much damage. Couldn't quite finish it off. Wall. Oh shoot, I couldn't port. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is it. Somebody's gonna die. Them or me. There we go. Got the kill. That was crazy. These are fun. Fun rounds. Hey Shoal, how's it going? Thinking about playing Lock? Any recommendations for a spec to start with? You know, in the past I've recommended Destro, Hellcaller Destro, as like it's one of the easier specs to pick up in terms of the rotation. It's pretty straightforward. However, I think there's a lot to be said of demo. I think demo's really strong. It's very tanky, and the even though the rotation's a little bit, it's not very intuitive, is what makes it hard for people to pick up. But I've got a guide for it, so it's a pretty like if you follow the guide, you'll figure out how to play it more or less. Um, and I think that's a good way to start. All right, here we go. I trinket a 1 second stun because every second matters so much right now. Dang it, didn't get it. Right now, don't do what I'm doing. This is like experimentation. Oh, nice! I got the interrupt on the healer. That's got to be kill, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. Nice, got the kill. Sure, you've noticed demo locks are almost impossible to kill. You'll try it? Yeah, do it. And then check out my guide. It walks through all the talent points you need. It's still up to date, even though it's like a month old. I'll link my guide because I'm pretty proud of my guide. I'll be honest. It's a pretty fun one. Destro demonology. Here, get a shareable link. This is my demo guide. Goes through everything you need to know, rotations and all that stuff, and it's fun. It's a really fun spec. Very strong. Uh, and after you kind of get the hang of Lock, Destro and Affliction are both pretty good too. They're actually really strong. Destro is probably even stronger once you get really good at it. But uh, dang. Shoot. Uh, I guess I walled a little late there. What was I? Let's take a look at the damage dealt though. I did 500 million damage that lobby. The warrior did. I did double the warrior's damage in that entire lobby. That's crazy. Because warrior is a high DPS class, but he was in defensive mode the entire time, just because I was doing so much damage. I think this is pretty good in this. So this lobby here, this is a good example, I think, of where this lobby or this build works because only the Holy Pally has an effective tool to counter it, and the Rogue. The Rogue just like spam silence and then cloak when he needs to wipe the dots at the last second. It's pretty hard for me to counter. Um, Pretty cool though. I'm a fan of this build. And that was like a 2600 lobby or something like that. 25, 26. Yeah, probably 26 lobby. Not bad. I think this can get to 2400 with a mastery set. But let's go ahead and test the let's hop send this guy back out of the whoops. Lag. Send this guy out of the instance group here. And then we were going to test a mastery based bloodstone build here. Test full mat. We'll test this build first. Pretty heavy mastery. Okay. Um, we got the bloodstone. So wither, wither, wither. Start spending a few shards. Send the infernal. Oh, whoops, wrong button. I was pressing my. And just start sending. Start sending. This is going to be Ritual Ruin proc. The damage is definitely nowhere close to the affliction, just overall pressure. But single target is pretty good. I just don't think like you just don't have enough shards to play with. Like you know what the issue is? The issue is like a lot of your burst is centered around Chaos Bolt, but your Chaos Bolts aren't really like killer until you get to the Ritual of Ruin. So you have to spend a lot of shards. Like there's no like you can't just like press Dark Glare and start killing people like you can with Affliction. Affliction, there's actually less ramp, surprisingly, than Destro. Destro, you need to like ramp up a little bit. Something to figure out. I don't think this works too well with Destro, Bloodstone stuff. Yeah, I mean, it makes your Infernal do a ton of damage. Actually, I don't even know if Infernal scales off haste, because a lot of his damage comes from the Immolation aura, and I don't know if it ticks faster with haste or not. It may not. In which case, Affliction is just straight up. Yeah, Affliction is where you go if you want to cheese. Oh, this will be a great place to test it. Really great. So, let's make normal health stones for our group. Here you go, everybody. I'm a normal warlock. Enjoy health stones. Very nice of me to do that. And then we're going to go to our Blitz Soul Harvester cheese build. Or do we do Hellcaller? I wasn't a fan of the Hellcaller stuff last round. I think we go Soul Harvester. And then, you know, we don't need as much running around ability on this particular map. A lot of it's team fight oriented. You know, I think I'll actually get more use out of this just to keep my pet alive, because I was having trouble keeping my pet alive last time. Rest is probably fine. It's all pretty standard cheese build. Everyone's got their health stones, hopefully. How much time do we have left? 50 seconds? Plenty of time. Summon this guy. Switch into our... So how much mastery do we go? So 20, 27, 71, 20. Let's just add the numbers. So that's like 118. If we go this, we have a total of 100, like a billion more, 135. That seems like really good. Let's just do this. 99 mastery. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Sure, things have definitely changed since Wrath when you played Law last. Yeah, you know the pace of the game has changed, and not. Oh no, I forgot to go to follower dungeon on this guy. Hold up. So it's a lot faster paced now. For better or worse. I think it takes a little more time to get used to it, but it's very fun. It's like the gameplay is really smooth. All the class identities are pretty strong, but the pace of PvP is pretty fast right now, and it's actually faster than it's been in other seasons of like everything else. So this guy's trying to do some cheese stuff with the. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck here. How much haste do I have? 142. Look at my damage. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is so funny. I mean, we're getting wrecked. Because we lost our main base, but we won the moral victory for sure. I mean, we just like murdered them. Look at that damage. Damage done? This is a 2700 lobby and I just like doubled everybody. Tripled. Crazy. Alright, I think I should probably... So we want 2 DPS to stay here. Let's go see if we can retake this place. And our Bloodstone cooldown is resetting now. Alright. So Shoal, demonology is a totally different spec now than it used to be. But it actually feels like if you liked the block way back in the day, I think you'll like demonology now because the pace of it is slower. It's a little bit more like you rod and dot. You don't actually dot people. I mean, not really. Like not in the same way that you would dot. Oh, I'm using the wrong curse. Oh my gosh, how are we getting... Oh, they have a sub-rogue and we don't. That's why. I just don't care though. I mean, this is a... I just want people to know that Bloodstones are here. The Bloodstones have arrived. Look at that damage. Dude, this is so good. I mean, we're losing horribly. Like, horribly. But it's just because, like, the sub-rogue is demolishing us. I need to fear this thing. So when you fear the Forgotten Queen thing, it actually stops the immunity. But prop allies are pretty annoying anyway. Yeah. So we did lose, but we more than doubled the second place in DPS. We just completely murdered the entire team. I think it was worth it. I think it's super worth it. So yeah, Affliction is now like the crazy burst teamfight spec. Destro's crazy burst single target, and Demo is the grind him down, win with steady results kind of thing. Yeah. Hey honey, how does this cheese work? The cheese works like this. You stack a lot of mastery, and then you spec into bloodstones, which bloodstones are not great, but as you can see, you can do crazy damage in a big team fight. So I don't think I would do this. Like if I were seriously trying to climb as Affliction, I wouldn't do this in every single blitz because I think it's just not effective in something like Arathi Basin where it's like more spread out. But I think it's actually not bad. Not bad. So Battlefield Skillness. I mean, we lost that because the off-node action was we just got outplayed. I don't think there's a whole lot I could have done to change that. Here it's a little more of a toss-up. But here, let's see, what do we have? So I want to make a normal health stones for everybody. Actually, I don't take this. I delete that. What do we have? A lot of casters over there. That's a lot of damage. Okay, so and then you spec like this. This is I've been testing this a lot, like basically all last night and today. And this is kind of where I've settled on potentially the best cheese build for Blitz. Um, I think the one thing I'll do though is I will toss. I'll toss those. I'll get this, and then I'll get hmm, probably this, just for this match. So Shadow Bolt's just not. I don't know. Whatever. Go nuts. So I'm gonna try this, and after everybody gets their health stones, like the normal ones, because those are generally better for the team anyway. I'm gonna switch to bloodstones. And then we're gonna blow up the team. Wait, this guy I need to send to a follower dungeon. This time I'm gonna remember. Follower dungeon. Okay, 15 seconds left. If you haven't gotten your health stones, I'm sorry. And oh yeah, that thing gives you a bloodstone. Perfect. All right. And we'll just see how the team fight goes. It's gonna be a pretty crazy team fight. When you have this many Moonkin, things are gonna get pretty spicy. Just like tons of damage. I don't know. I don't really want to waste any dots on him. Wow, I'm getting like crazy lag. That was a I don't know what it was that was lagging me, but I couldn't actually cast anything there. It wasn't like it wasn't internet lag. That was just like graphics lag. Well, at least we didn't use our bloodstone, so we haven't really showed what's possible yet. Dang it. Okay, well, that's huh. I don't think a Hellstone would have helped me a lot there either, so I think we did what we could. That was this game is going to be decided by the 4 Boomkin. There's 4 Moonkin here. That's crazy. That's too many. But they just do so much damage. Makes no sense. Alright. I think I should be on defense. I'm trying to think who else. Got the doubled healer defense? I don't know about that. Oh my gosh, so slow. So one big disadvantage is I actually use health stones a lot on this map when I'm simply trying to get from one place to another, because Burning Rush is like the worst thing in the universe. Okay. I didn't do anything to contribute to that kill. I've just been hanging out in this tunnel. Uh, all right. Somebody healed my pet. That's actually pretty nice. I think people usually turn off pet health bars in when they're playing Blitz. Hit up the healer. Oh no. Bloodstones. No, stop wiping the dots. Dang it. I think we would have killed him without the 2 polys. I had to replay dots twice. So annoying. The thing is, like, usually you actually do want to CC healers. So healers and Blitz are very hard to kill. But when you have Bloodstones, you know, anything's possible. How much rating did we drop? So we dropped a lot of rating in the last loss. So this is a 2460 game. But I think this is going pretty well. I don't think I want to use any cooldowns here. So if he kills me, he just kills me. That's okay. So oftentimes when you're about to die, you need to decide, or when you might die and you have cooldowns available. Like I had wall there. Like I probably could have won that duel if I had used wall, gateway, port. But sometimes it's just better to die because you're gonna need those cooldowns later. Hold on, what is this? I actually didn't mean to wall there. So I went through all that effort to save my cooldown and then I walled for no reason. I just meant the trinket. Alright. Where's our carrier? He's over there. He'll get over. He's a Preservoker. Preservokers are OP. So I popped my bloodstone there. He's dotting, or he's ticking away. All right. So after we kill that guy, they don't really have an offense. We have too many people on defense. Yeah, but I'll say defense. Looks like we'll have two defense or 3 defense, I guess, including the flag carrier. That's a good mix. Probably should run a little heavier defense just because we're winning. So I stay up here. I give the evoker the opportunity to like swoop or whatever it's called. Swoop up to me if he needs to. Maybe I should actually come down. Did I get the flag? No, I didn't get it. Okay. He got he got me. Don't want to trick you that. So what's interesting about that exchange, like a lot of flag carriers died there, but somebody was holding the flag at any given time, so the stacks did not reset. So we're at 13 stacks. If I get dots on this guy to just pop Darkler, he's gonna die. Like just he's dead, you know? Unfortunately, same goes for I've got to CC this guy, this DK, because there, because he's the only one who can grip. Oh man, they got the flag. Interrupt the crossfire. All right. Whoa, I got out damaged. That's crazy. Yeah, Moonkin are so strong, so strong. Okay, pretty good. Not the best map to be running that build for sure. I think you're better off with a more traditional haste first build, traditional damage profiles. But it's not terrible. I mean, not bad at all. Oh yeah, I should check my honor. Yeah, I have a lot of honor now. Time to spend.
My directive is to serve you.
You know, the price on Vicious Bloodstones has not been going down as fast as I thought it would. It's actually kind of started to climb again. Now it's 4,000. I wonder if a lot of people are trying to save up for the next season, because there was like a huge money making opportunity between seasons 1 and 2. You just simply bought a lot of Vicious Bloodstones and sold them after the season started. And you know, it's like double your goal, and you could do that with like an infinite number of Bloodstones. I'm not sure that's going to happen this time or not, because people are kind of buying up cheap Bloodstones. That's kind of what's going on. I don't think there's that many more PvPers. It's just more like people are probably playing the market. But okay, let's practice this again. We're going to run full mastery. Go back to our Soul Harvester. I guess it's the same damage setup. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Wither or Jinx. 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 Haunt. UA. Shadow Bullet. Just get him out of the way. This. We're sending full damage now. Yeah, that's like 7 million damage. 7 million DPS during Dark Lair. So 7 million, like solid 7 million during Dark Lair. Crazy. Yeah. Pack. A lot of people use the bloodstones for alts too. Really? Oh, you mean vicious bloodstones? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of funny that this is called bloodstone and those masks are called vicious bloodstones. Yeah. I actually still need them on my evoker alt, which I'm still kind of like gearing up. I was kind of messing around with augmentation. Even even if you don't know what you're doing as augmentation, you can do a million DPS, which is more than enough in solo shuffle. I had no idea what I was doing. And if you kind of figure out a little bit more, I think it's actually a pretty decent spec. I don't think it's as bad as people think. But I only play it when I'm a little bored of Warlock, and I was a little bored yesterday, and then I started messing around with a new build. It's fun, you know? But you know what? It is a Saturday. I've been streaming for a little bit, and I might stream again later if we play some games. I might do some threes later. We'll see. But for now, I'm gonna call the. Thank you for following. I'm gonna call the stream here. Uh, Try and do more later at some point. But for now, probably gonna wrap it up. Play with the kids some, eat some dinner, and then we'll see what happens in the evening. Possibly. Uh, I'll answer this question though. Honey yogurt, do you try to get all sockets you can get on your house, or do you only go for one? So you kind of want two. You want two because you want cognitive bloodstone, and then you need to have at least one normal gem in order to proc your elemental focusing lenses. And once you have that, two sockets, you're basically good to go. And you can actually queue even without any sockets. I mean, that's like it takes a lot of honor to get them, so I wouldn't stress too much about it. It's pretty important to get the cognitive bloodstone though. But GG's everybody. Thank you, sir. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subs. Like, I really appreciate the subs today, and YouTube members. And I will see you all very soon. Um, Maybe tonight. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow or Monday. All right. Catch you all later.